Well, hi, how are you? Welcome back to Renting Miami. If you don't know me, I'm Nina Millman. If you do, welcome back. It's great to have you join me for another super unique apartment tour. As you can see, this unit is a 3-bedroom at Elemi, which is a new building just opened in January in Coconut Grove. And there's so many unique features, but one is you actually have an entrance that's outdoors, so you can have your guests park right out front. Your parking and your entrance through the garage is actually separate. We'll see that in a second. They're building fences around the outdoor patio area, so it's really like a traditional veranda, like what I'm used to in Australia. So a very cool, unique feel. It's a 2-story residence. When you come in, you have living, dining in this really big kitchen. And like I was saying, if you live in the building, so that would be like your guest entrance, but if you live in the building, you park your vehicle, the garage is right behind us. So you would actually come directly from your vehicle into your unit. So extremely private for folks that like privacy. This is very special. Beautiful high ceilings. You have this really cool bonus storage room under the stairs, so you can put your suitcases, your holiday decorations, or if you wanted to, you can convert it to a pantry because it is right off the kitchen. And again, we're just feeling that super beautiful homey feel. And it already really does have, its own pantry effectively here because you have all of this shelving. It just feels like a home, you guys. I love it. The bathroom that your guests would use if they come over is attached to a very separate 3rd bedroom downstairs. You have a nice tub, again, pretty high ceilings. You can enter the bedroom directly through the bathroom, so it becomes ensuite. So very practical design. And you see out to the greenery in the street and what's going to become a more private entrance because they are, like I said, fencing it. You have a really good sized closet behind you as far as a reach in. So if you have, let's say, kids that are a little bit older and want a bit more privacy, then they could have this as their space and everybody else is upstairs. So great for teenage kids. I love that. So let's head upstairs and check out the rest of the bedrooms. And you can see this beautiful wood flooring. I mean, engineered wood, but I think everything's engineered wood at this point, mostly anyway. You have your den area. So it's a 3+ den, and all the units are either 1+ den, 2+ den, or 3+ den. So you always have this bonus space. Then the first bedroom that you encounter up here is more like a standard room again. So your reach-in closet and a standard bathroom. But I love the warmth of these light fixtures. I like the outdoor coming in with the lighting. I like the color. There's a little bit of a green tone to everything, so it feels very in keeping with being in Coconut Grove, which is where there is the most greenery in Miami, the most mature trees and foliage. So it's really very well designed with the area. You have your full-size washer dryer, then your AC unit, and this is the primary suite. So I'm gonna say I don't love the primary suite for a couple of reasons. I mean, I think that the natural light is beautiful, but I think the ceiling height is a little low. The shower is gorgeous. It's massive and I love it. But I do feel like the ceiling height is too low. I think it's at about 8 feet, which even being a short person like I am, vertically challenged, I think it's too low. And the closet I think is a little too small for a primary in a 3-bedroom. It's nice that it's finished out. Of course, we do love to see the actual finished closet cabinetry, but I think they could do a little better. And apparently in phase 2 that they're building, as we discussed, they are going to do a little better. So phase 2 is going to be the building next to it that they will be coming online with next year. So let's go check out a 2-bedroom and see how that flows. Okay, welcome to Unit 212. This is a more traditional 2.5. You can see they have really pretty hallways that you're entering from. So this would mean, a quick elevator ride from the garage. But I do think their hallways are very pretty and warm, just like the units themselves. So very different layout. Your downstairs has a powder room. So for any guests that you have, they will come here. And again, it really feels like the design is so much like a hotel or an Airbnb by the beach. It really feels like that's where you are with this beautiful shiplap and these lights, which are just so coastal. Love it. And the blues are very coastal, of course, too. So the kitchen here is not as extensive as the 3-bed. The 3-bed I think really did have a wow kitchen. Here you have a huge balcony. They're showing how you can add an island. You can order islands on Amazon these days, or you can use a really large dining table as a combo for prep space. Living room renderings for the furniture, little understair area for pets. You can also use that as like a wine storage. Beautiful big balcony. This is huge. So you can put a ton of furniture out here. There's no question about that. Whatever you want to do, big outdoor dining, huge lounges. This could be a really private space to relax and you feel like it's right in the treetops. Like I was saying, Coconut Grove is known for its trees. The only thing is not that peaceful right now is because the sister property is being constructed next door. So that kind of cuts out your treetop peace moment, but once that's done, you will have that back. So very, very pretty. And it's funny, even if you look at the exterior of the building, it does kind of look like a hotel more than a residence. So it's a really interesting boutique. And this is the first building that this particular developer has created. The rest of their ownings are all commercial, holdings I should say. So this is their, their virgin voyage into residential buildings. So it does have a very different feel because it is a local, unique developer. So that's always lovely. I like that so much, when people take a twist on things and make it their own. And apparently all the things that people didn't love about this building are being corrected in the next one. So the next one's going to have even higher ceilings, bigger closets, all the things that we love. So as you get to the top of the stairs, you have your den area, obviously perfect for an office or a kid's play area. Then there's kind of a dual primary going on, so it's interesting. Tell me which room in the comments you think is actually going to be the primary, or what you would use as the primary. The one to the left has the bigger closet, so I really like that. It's a very spacious, you can enjoy the room. You can put mirrors. Well, I guess maybe it would be hard to put a mirror because it's a little bit short. You don't have all the wall space, but you can put seating, you can put a big rug. You could really decorate it, it's beautiful. Then the bedroom piece is a little bit smaller than in the other bedroom. It's still a great size, definitely would fit a king bed without any issue, not a worry, but it's a little bit smaller than the other one. And then the bathrooms are pretty identical, I think. Although the other bathroom, I think, feels a little bit bigger, but they're not massively different. They both have single sinks instead of duals, and these really pretty walk-in showers. I think they're gorgeous. I would probably switch out the shower head, and this is a really good tip for anyone renting. You can always switch out the shower head, even if you don't own in the property that you're living in. It's a very simple process. You can go to any store like Home Depot or any hardware store, buy a big rain shower head and just replace it. I'm pretty sure you can actually just screw them and unscrew them, although I've always had my handyman do it. I'm probably just overpaying for that, but it's a very quick, easy fix as long as you just keep the old one and put it back when your lease ends. Good as gold, and it's a really nice way to create a more spa-like shower. All right, let's check out bedroom number 2. I don't know why I have 4 fingers up, that makes no sense. But this is the second sort of dual primary situation. So the room itself is much bigger here, and it has this really interesting nook here that you can use for so many things. This will be a great place to put a vanity table to be able to sit and do your makeup. And you have this beautiful greenery and all the natural light to help you do a good job of your makeup. Great for a desk, great for a big chair if you love to have a reading area in your bedroom. Oh, looking out at all these beautiful trees while you read in the morning and get your day started right is just very special, absolutely gorgeous. Then you have the bathroom, which it feels bigger, but I think it's just more because it's open. I'm not sure. I think the space, it's still a single sink, similar shower. I think the other shower may even be a little larger. And then you have your closet. And here's why I don't love this one, is because the closet's a little bit smaller. It's actually quite a bit smaller, but they're both great rooms, and it's nice to have kind of a dual primary setup so you don't have one really dominant room and then one teeny weeny itty bitty room. So I think pretty great overall. But for me, the vibe is all about the coastal feels. I love the light fixtures in the bathroom. I'm really honestly enjoying the feeling of home that this gives me. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm definitely gonna go out there and capture as many of these unique properties as I can. And if you have any suggestions for ones that you wanna see, please let me know as well. I love it when you guys do that, and I love you guys. I hope you're doing amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.